Mama wakwaba wafreme Adwoa Searching Mesrel na wa subscribe to my channel. Mia notification bell also for more news.
Lot of answers to give Boli people. Etikaya Kasakra NDC, they don't have any moral right to even talk. But glory be to God, the Yegu party, no? 60% is gone. 2024, we are done with them. You know why I'm saying that? Look at Niyama Yaye Ghana as an MPP. Niyama Yaye, even in the midst of COVID, still not impuntuduma ye kasa ye beyeno na ekoso. Do you know, say, former President John Mahama time, and no na COVID by and Kianti Aye Bonkomo. Konwan Kasakran Kontiase, Kenawaya Abatros on the neck of NDC. So say contest be my science force, the neighbor, creative profiban presumptive leader. As if there's no leader in NDC.
But they don't have.
Do you remember last time, elections prior to 2020, internal elections? The former ambassador to India, Ebe Khan say, the most corrupt man of Ghana, any NDC. So if they elect him, obey your voice. Spiogabra said the same thing. Joshua Labi, whom he made campaign manager this time around, he said worse. Mimi NDC. I'm not NDC. I can never be NDC. I will not be NDC. And these things were coming from the NDC people. But these people have the audacity to make certain sarcastic comment, irresponsible comment in Ghana when people are displaced. And swear there's a spillage. As we speak now, no amount of Niyama can even sustain them. But we are managing because of our money. If it would have been NDC era, do you think that and Kombenya Bibi crowd or what they are called? Do you know why they want to come again? John Mahama has just 4 years to come, which is impossible for him.
You believe so?
Don't you believe so? Don't you believe so?
After the elections.
After which elections? The elections have already been done. I mean, we've won it already. I'm not being braggart, but what I'm saying is that the year can say, let me take education for example. I've said it everywhere. I just want to be consistent. Wa wo ba odamangoha. Akola nya 6 months. Obi ti Accra we nya 6 months okwa Achimota. Akola na odamango na applied for Achimota. The former ambassador to India, Ebe Khan say, the most corrupt man of Ghana, any NDC. So if they elect him, obey your voice. Spiogabra said the same thing. Joshua Labi, whom he made campaign manager this time around, he said worse. Mimi NDC. I'm not NDC. I can never be NDC. I will not be NDC. And these things were coming from the NDC people. But these people have the audacity to make certain sarcastic comment, irresponsible comment in Ghana when people are displaced. And swear there's a spillage. As we speak now, no amount of Niyama can even sustain them. But we are managing because of our money. If it would have been NDC era, do you think that and Kombenya Bibi crowd or what they are called? Do you know why they want to come again? John Mahama has just 4 years to come, which is impossible for him.
You believe so?
Don't you believe so? Don't you believe so?
After the elections.
After which elections? The elections have already been done. I mean, we've won it already. I'm not being braggart, but what I'm saying is that the year can say, let me take education for example. I've said it everywhere. I just want to be consistent. Wa wo ba odamangoha. Akola nya 6 months. Obi ti Accra we nya 6 months okwa Achimota. Akola na odamango na applied for Achimota. Distance sika 7 years into Ntiminko. Then came a president, a government, a party that has given birth to a government, and the government is saying, say, may the Obani Beko School and Sakola na benefited 2017 Yankola. 16 years back, President Kufuor, when these friends say children were in the womb of their mothers, President Kufuor said, Munyi momo amesha. He gave them free maternal care. God protected them and they became 16 years. They turned 16 years and benefited from free SHS. So what are we talking about? Ediaba asabana yeka. Ediaba nkomo ni edi. Asama mampeni can say, yeah, more obi education so that sebi the only biba. Obi anywhere here no just also free gym. Wo. Nemo obi won kronke to omni kroma kesiem. Omu nyina benya classmate, omu nyina be sua ade pe. So that I went for a program at Aseno when we went for the by-election. We had a morning show like this.
Anyway, we are here today to talk about the work of the government and what the MPP has done in the last 7 years. Every reasonable person will know that this government, even with all the things that we have gone through, all the shocks that the whole world has gone through, that the NPP government and Ghanaians have not been spared, has done very, very well. So you asked me about my impression about what we have done. Moving here, coming here to the Savannah region, moving around, at least the upper west, Savannah, and how many regions did we even do?
5.
We've done 5. No, I'm talking about Dr. Baumia with Dr. Baumia. We started from Bono. I mean, the latest one. We started from Bono East. And remember, Bono East is a new region. Savannah is a new region. And when you look at the levels of development, it is not what we want yet, but it is a process. These 2 regions, at least these 2 new regions, I'm from Bono, I'm from Wenchi. So I have seen the level of improvement that has come into our lives and into the lives of these people, the infrastructure. I got to Damango here. The last time I was here years ago, and there's so much improvement. Of course, for the people of Damango decided to vote an NPP MP, Honorable Abujinapo. They've done well. It tells them that the NPP does well when you give us the power. So if you're asking about my impression so far, my impression is that the NPP has done well. Yes, we have hit the snag along the line, but we are coming out of it. If the NDC had been in power in Ghana during these times, the past 8 years and 6 years that we've been through trouble, we would have sold Ghana.
Accountable. So the president is doing everything. The government is doing everything. VRA, NADMO, to make sure we bring reprieve to the people who have been affected. Quite an unfortunate instance, but we are doing everything. We have an interministerial committee overlooking the whole issue to make sure we can solve it. People have mooted the idea that maybe they should be relocated, but the people there, are saying that no, they want the water to recede so they can keep their lands. I'm also happy to announce that the Minister of Agriculture has committed $40 million to revive the farms, etc., that have been destroyed. So government is doing everything from all angles to ensure that we bring life back to the people in the affected communities. Then also to talk about IMF. We all know that we've gone through some economic challenges, and fortunately we went to the IMF for support. The first tranche came in May. The second tranche is supposed to come in November. The IMF and the ministry did a joint press conference to announce to the people the process thus far. And so far, so good. We've seen a decline in the inflation rate. We've seen a decline in petrol prices. We've seen stability of the cedi, etc. Even projected growth rate. We've seen it grow far beyond what we expected. And we've also are engaging the external creditors to ensure that we get some haircut on our external debt to give us more room to be able to operate. So on the IMF score, government is doing everything possible to ensure that, God willing, next month, the second tranche will come in to further shore up our reserves. Once our reserves are properly shored up,